The Minister of Urban Development, Mr. Donovan Chia, has announced an ambitious plan to create an underground city in the northwest part of Singapore. Slated for completion in 2020, the underground city will be able to host commercial, research, and storage facilities.
The Ministry of Urban Development is proud to announce the unveiling of a landmark subterranean project titled City Under a City. By doing so, the ministry hopes to solve issues faced by Singapore, such as space constraints within the city centre. Currently, the city centre is saturated with many high-rise developments, but we still need more land. To resolve this, we look to the heartlands, but even there, the town centre is currently too crowded. Hence, we chose a different strategy, going underground outside the city. As you can see on the slides, our current suburban commercial hubs for development are located at Jurong, Paya Lebar, Woodlands, and Tampines. From the map, you can tell there's potential for development in the Northwest District, as you can see over here. After much consideration, the ministry has highlighted Choa Chu Kang as the most promising site for such a major development. Our plans for Choa Chu Kang encompass redesigning the entire town centre and housing more retail beyond that presently served by the Lot 1 shopping mall. We intend to establish a new integrated hub alongside what our ministry has already been doing to other new towns, which will include a bus interchange, library, and 24-hour supermarket. However, we intend to go beyond this integrated hub concept. A significant proportion of the development will be underground, similar to that on the Montreal Underground City, and this slide shows how extensive the Montreal Underground City can actually get. It has succeeded in placing entire districts underground, multiplying public space by a few times. As you can tell, the results are spectacular. Therefore, we think there is great promise in bringing such a land-saving initiative to Singapore. While the undertaking might be difficult, we have all been accustomed to underground tunnels in the city centre. We are bringing this hassle-free experience of commute to the residential area. Besides protection from the elements, we simultaneously alleviate road congestion. By relocating tertiary jobs to the heartlands, we hope to redirect traffic flow away from the city centre. This is also part of the greater decentralization efforts that the ministry has been undertaking to solve the transport problems that Singapore has been facing in recent years. We understand your anxieties, and the ministry is determined to continue making Singapore a wonderful place for work, play, and leisure.
Some members of the public were also interviewed to get their opinions on the new initiative.
Hi, what do you think of the new initiative, City Under a City?
I think it's a very good initiative for me because for myself, I actually stay in Bukit Batok. So if you do have a commercial city at Choa Chu Kang, it will definitely shorten my travelling time because I don't need to travel all the way to the CBD. However, I'm a little bit concerned about the structural integrity because as we are building it underground, the structures on top might collapse. Remember the Nico Highway incident? Yeah, the structure actually collapsed.
Hi, what do you think of the new initiative, City Under a City?
I don't really understand what is City Under the City. What is it for?
Good afternoon, Mr. Aristov. I would like to ask you a few questions regarding the project that the Ministry of Urban Development has just initiated, City Under a City.
And good afternoon to you too, Vedomis. Whatever questions you wish to ask, I will try to answer to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Some members of the public think that the structures underground may be unsafe. After all, there was the Nicole Highway collapse.
You are speaking of the thing that occurred a few years ago, yes? The Nicole Highway collapse. That one is special. It is different. What happened back then is engineering problem. The wall that was supposed to support the rest of it, reinforce it was too weak. They did not make it strong enough and the whole thing collapsed. But in our case, what we are doing is quite different. we are building underground construction, and in this case, the wall is already provided. It's all around it. It is what we care about is the strength of the rock in the area, and what we are building in is granite, which is very strong rock. If we build there and if we carry on with our plans, we are very certain that it will be more than sufficient for our purposes.
Many have also shown concern regarding the purpose of this initiative. So what exactly is the point of the decentralization?
You are asking us why we do this, yes?
Yes.
In Singapore, we are always out of space. We have been out of space for some time and we are still growing. But what happened is that we built up, we took sea. We turned sea into land and then we built thing on land. But we are now running out of sea to take and we can only build so high. So what we chose to do is to look underground. But so that is the first part. But more than that, currently Singapore is very centralized. Everything is in one place. And then when people want to go to that one place, all get stuck. Then people go into one pipe and then it takes forever for them to get there, like your CBD. But what we are thinking of doing is to shift things. We move things around so that what was once in the center, we spread it across multiple areas. So now instead of 4 people going into one pipe, we have 4 pipe and 4 people each can take different pipe. So they go to different place and they are all fine. That is all.